everyone. Welcome back to the realm. I'm Gina.
I'm Rich.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Rob.
I'm Amy.
And we are here with weird news. I'm actually excited for this. I'm a little nervous because my news story is really iffy. So
That's gonna
I
be great.
debated on whether or not to do it. So for those of you that have never listened to this before, maybe the headline caught you. We get together, we all bring news stories that the other person doesn't know about. We blind react to our weird news. Can be weird, can be paranormal. Just it's going to be weird. It's not going to be like, mainstream stuff. It's going to be weird, off the wall stuff. And it's from all over the world. It could be something that happened way far in the past or just recently. Yeah, so this is the news that matters most. And we're here to give it to you. So without further ado, I know we just started season 8 a few weeks ago, and the last few times I've really thrown a wrench in the system and like changed everything up on you guys on who went first and this, that, and the other. So I got the wheel of names ready for tonight so that we can just make it fair. So I'm going to share my screen here. Can you guys see my screen?
See.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And here we go. Let's see who it is.
That's a really cool looking wheel, all those names on there.
Oh my gosh, am I going to go first?
Oh, showstopper.
I'm going to go first. Okay.
Well, you don't have to worry because you get to go first.
I'm really I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm super nervous about giving you guys this story. I don't know. Just simply because it's a bit, I don't know. Just listen.
Okay. Just shut up and listen to me.
An inmate who got pregnant via an air vent without sleeping with anyone. So
is this a biblical story?
This is an immaculate conception. I have the Bible right here. Nope. Listen to this. A woman who went viral last year for getting pregnant in jail. She's been found guilty of murdering her husband. So that's a side note. Okay. So this is from something called The Tab. But I looked it up because I wanted to verify it, and CNN, like all these major news stations have it. So I'll put a couple links. And just to kind of back up a little bit, I won't name names just to protect their anonymity, but let's call her Ember. She'll know who she is when she hears this. Gave me this story and I was horrified. And this was all I could think about for a few hours in disgust. So thank you, Ember. Anyway. Daisy Link conceived a child with another inmate at Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center in guess where?
Florida,
West Miami-Dade, Florida. I'm gonna tell you guys the story rather than read the whole news. So here's the gist of it. Not gist of it. So I know it's a bad joke. Okay. So this lady, so in the prison, there apparently it's like co-ed. So like the guys were above on the floor and she's like, they're in the floor below. Okay. So many times they'll communicate through the air duct system just to like have something to do. Right. So they get new friends. So this guy and this girl had communicated for, his name is, Juan De Paz, I think. He was an inmate on the floor above her. So they're talking through the air vents and they decide they're in love. And then they further decide, you know what? They kind of joked about it. Like, what if we had a baby? Like she's sitting in there on murder charges and I don't know what he did. I haven't looked that far into it. But anyway, so he starts passing his semen in a plastic baggie down the air vent, and she's like catching it and then inseminates herself. And she ends up pregnant. So it said, being in isolation for so long, you begin to spend hours and hours talking to a person to the point where it's almost as if you're in the same room with them. So they came up with a plan to have a baby, passing the semen wrapped in cling wrap, I'm guessing, through the vent using a chain of bedding tied together, and it worked. I put the semen in saran wrap. Listen to this. I put the semen in saran wrap every day for like 5 times a day for like a month straight. That was a direct
His roommate must be miserable.
Direct quote. He explained that. And she added, he would kind of like roll it up almost like a cigarette, and he would attach it to the line we had in the vent, and I was pulling it through. It only took a few times before she came pregnant, the mother said. I can't believe it worked. She's a miracle baby. So a medical director basically said there was like less than a 5% chance that something like this would like actually work, and it did. So she gave birth in June of this year, and she's never met the guy, has a baby by him, and now the dude's mom has custody of the baby and is raising the baby. So I couldn't suffer alone in this knowledge, and I had to share it with you guys. Like, if you're just listening, not just listening, but if you're listening, you should go to YouTube, because everybody's face is Rich is telling the biggest story of all.
Well, everyone, thanks for stopping by. This was our last episode, apparently, because there's no possible way any of us could follow that up. My God.
What were you saying,
I have so many questions that I don't want answers to.
I was like, I've seen porn weirder than that.
What? What?
I've seen porn weirder than that.
Yeah. This is a weird one. This one's definitely strange. Wow.
But it was out of Florida, so I mean, you know, are we really surprised?
Is that illegal?
I see that. So, I mean, I don't think it's illegal. I mean, if the guy had, I mean, obviously he had knowledge that it was happening because he was giving it
but
to her.
But I mean, just in prison, is that illegal?
I don't know.
And then like one like my bride to be, the mother of my child, I don't know. I feel like if I'm looking for a new
father,
significant other is what I was trying to say. I think murder is a deal breaker.
Yeah. Well, okay. So in her defense, without going too much into the like why she was in prison, but it appears that there's like a domestic violence situation, because even like one of her kids had testified that her boyfriend had, or ex-husband, I don't know which it was, had like taken the gun out on her and shot at her and missed, and so then she got the gun and shot him and got him in the leg, and he died. So she got found guilty of second-degree murder charge. So I don't know how that all went down, or what other evidence they had that turned it into second degree and not self-defense, but I digress. I can't get past the semen in the vent. So
I just want to know how many times he tried to put it in different things and then was like, saran wrap works the best. I mean, because that wouldn't be like my first
go-to.
But
he rolled it up like
I know you're limited.
Send the saran wrap back each time? Did he have an unlimited amount of saran wrap? I have questions.
I know, like the person that sent this to me in a group text with somebody else, they were like, you know, we're just like, I mean, can they even get cling wrap in jail? I don't know. Maybe he bartered for something for somebody that worked in the kitchen. I don't know. They're just so. I'm really disappointed because none of the news stories went into these hard-hitting questions that we have, and
he didn't want to know either.
There's so much I want to know. I wonder if we could like get a video visit and interview them.
I don't know that I want to see what they look like.
Maybe one of our viewers knows. Maybe they understand this better than we do. Never know.
All I could think of is like like both of their roommates. Like could you imagine being the dude's roommate? Honestly, like 5 times a day? Are you kidding me? So,
I picture them dropping it down that vent and going, I hope it goes to the right one. And then you got
that's what I was thinking
down
too.
there going, hey, let's grab this side of the vent.
And she's just sitting there in some position.
Maybe that's why you had to do that so many
waiting
times.
for it to come through the vent, literally.
Like what you did there. Oh gosh, yeah. Anyway, that's my news story. So
you know, like when you do a spit torture.
Oh my god, we're gonna get canceled. I'm gonna have, instead of the explicit rating, I'm gonna have to put like XX rating on this.
Only in Florida.
I mean, Rich's face really says it all. I've never seen him so stupefied. without words
I don't know
at
what to
all.
say.
Well, you don't have to say anything. We'll move on
Never,
to the
never gonna top that one.
next. I don't know. I had some reservations, but I'm glad I did it. I don't want to suffer alone. You're my family. You should suffer with me. All right, here we go. Let's see who goes next. Here we
Oh, it makes a
go.
noise.
I fixed it.
Rob.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Now you hear
Thank you.
now you hear the clapping.
Ooh,
I fixed it
Yes.
so that you could hear the clapping since nobody really ever gets to.
So originally I had a story about a Tampa woman, and it sounded really interesting, but I found the story on Facebook and I wanted some reliable source,
Right.
and the only thing that came up was Facebook. So I just concluded it was bullshit.
Yeah,
And
I've had a couple stories
I
like
didn't
that.
want to do a bullshit story. And my story
Up that.
is only kind of close to yours because it doesn't involve semen, but it does involve pussy. So in Nicosia, Cyprus, island of cats has a cat problem.
I
I
like
don't
that
think anybody
segue.
has a cat problem.
Thank you, thank you. um, it's not going to be nearly as amusing, but once it comes to cats, I'm all in, right? Officials in Cyprus, of the small island nation of the eastern corner of the Mediterranean, estimate there are roughly one feral cat for every one of its 1 million inhabitants,
Oh
though
my God.
activists contend that actual population is hundreds of thousands higher. I'm like, oh my God. In late September, the island's preliminary committee on the environment was told that the existing sterilization program is too limited to contain all the feral cat population. It's a good program, but needs to expand. The environmental commissioner, I'm not going to even try and say his name, noting that the program conducts only about 2,000 sterilizations annually. The budget is just 100,000 euros, which comes out to be $117,000. Well, there is no official captive data. The Cyprus has gained a reputation for having a cat population that is exceptionally large relative to its human inhabitants. So there has to be a plan. They are not going to send them to the zoo in Denmark. So don't worry about that. Change on its way, but funding won't alone solve Cyprus's cat problems. Appearing to heed the calls for more funding, Environmental Minister Maria Panayotou announced on October 4th, World Animal Day, that the government would raise cat sterilization funding to 300,000 euros annually. The decision was hailed as a significant step forward. However, the chairman of the Preliminary Environment Committee warned against relying on money alone. There has to be a plan. We can't just go ahead with sterilization without having a plan. Given the cat's predatory nature, a large population not only has the potential to wreak havoc on the island's ecosystem, it could cause undue suffering for feral felines roaming and choking in the streets in search of food and shelter.
Aww.
So these guys have been on this island, taking over the island for a long time. It sounds like a great vacation plan. There's a lot of pictures of people just like in the street, all these cats just walking around, picking them up. It's like heaven to me. Little kitty kisses everywhere,
Oh yeah.
and probably get fleas, but I wouldn't care. So
Aw.
far, they don't have anything in plan like hunting them or anything.
Oh,
They
that
just
would be
That would be
awful.
horrifying.
Do that.
they just want to. They're just trying to catch them and fix them. And my story is about undoing sex, and Gina's was about doing sex.
About
So
doing it.
it's like I feel like it's so inferior to your story. I don't even.
No, not at all. I've never heard of that actually, and I would be in heaven too if there was a lot of cats. But so let me get this straight. You said one cat for every person that lives on the island, and there's
Which is about a population of 1 million.
Million.
But they believe that there's probably a couple 100,000 more cats.
I'm gonna have to look up pictures of this place. You should post pictures of this place on the Facebook page for people to see. I might make this make it the photo for this episode as well. So that would be
Wait, I
interesting.
clicked on the wrong thing here. Hold on. Hold everything.
Oh, where was your news story from?
It was from NPR.
Okay, got it.
Wait.
Wait.
Can you see that?
Yes, now we can. Oh, I'd be in heaven.
Oh,
Look at all the kitties.
look at the kitties. Yeah.
And they just
What
hang
does
out.
that cat
They just hang
have?
out.
Is that a fish? What is that?
That
one
is a cat.
have?
Oh yeah, down on the ground, the orange one that's on
Oh,
the
I
ground.
don't know. I don't
What
know,
the
but
heck
he
is
has
it?
a weird expression on his face too. Like, oh. Yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it because the crazy Florida lady hiding in her ex-boyfriend's closet was fake.
I hate that I've had a couple stories like that recently where like I was like, I need something better than Facebook and I couldn't verify it. And I was pissed because the story was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. She was really creepy, and I don't know, didn't work out.
Oh, good one. All right, now we know where we're going for vacation.
Yes.
Wahoo! Oh, we'll look for haunted places in Cyprus.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Whoop, whoop.
Amen.
All right.
So hot.
Did you hear that? It said, woo!
Oh, yeah. Okay,
heard
so my story, I found a lot of stories, first of all, and it was really hard to pick. But I was with my sister and we were kind of looking together and
What
she was shooting
cheater?
some out.
Mhm,
Huh?
Cheater.
I
mhm.
know. So I did pick one, but then she picked this one and it was funny, so I wanted to do it. And Rob, I sent you a picture in an email because I don't know how to do that. Share my screen. Okay. So this one is from Central Valley, California, and it is from Odd News.
Okay.
Okay, so on October 15th, a California Highway Patrol officer stopped a vehicle found to be driving with a fake license plate that had been hand drawn to resemble an official California plate. The
Oh.
CHP's station said on social media that the officer pulled the vehicle over when he noticed something unusual about the rear license plate. Upon closer look, it turned out to be handmade. The CHP shared a photo of the license plate, which I sent her up, which featured hand-drawn letters and numbers, as well as the state's license plate logo and fake registration sticker.
Oh,
We'll
my God.
give this driver points for creativity, officers wrote. The driver told the officer that they had lost the original plate. While we appreciate the effort to stay compliant after losing the original plate, California law requires vehicles to display state-issued plates only, as I'm sure every state does. If your plates are lost or stolen, you can easily get replacements to the DMV. But I did send a picture. Can you find it?
Yeah, I don't have an email from you.
Oh. It's just a funny picture because he really tried hard. Like he even wrote the California in cursive. Like it's pretty good for someone trying to get away with something.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and it looks really legitimate.
I was really hoping it was going to be really bad and dumb.
Oh, I know, because that would be even better. But
Like the California one, the way that they wrote California is pretty good.
I mean, when you look at it, you know it's not real. But he tried.
But if you're driving down the road, it looks pretty real.
Right.
Oh,
Now, do you think if it rained, it would just like melt down the back of his car, like
not
just
if
regular
he wrapped
paper?
it in saran wrap.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, funny. Okay, for some reason it's not coming through, so we'll post a picture to the Facebook because that
Yeah.
was really funny. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with technology tonight, but it's
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's me.
It's not
Probably.
cooperating.
I'm the curse of technology.
Anyway, all right. Let's see who goes next. All right. It's down to these two. What's it going to be?
Good Lord.
Richard.
Thank God.
Are you excited?
I can't tell you how excited I am. Mine comes from the Independent, is where this story comes from. I read about it, I think last week or the week before, and I forgot about it when I was trying to find something, and all of a sudden it clicked in my head. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So I went back and looked for it. Headline is Vegas's oldest casino is offering thrill seekers $5,000 to spend a night ghost hunting among its tables.
Let's
Why are
go.
we not?
So,
Let's do this.
exactly. That's my thought. So this is at the El Cortez, which is in downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street area. The oldest says Sin City's longest running hotel casino, which opened in 1941, according to casino.org, has a long running history of paranormal activity, spooky shadows, phantom footsteps, and sudden chilly spots inside the hotel. Now, I'm used to the Apache Hotel when you talk about haunted stuff for hotels that are supposedly haunted. The Apache, which is at Binions, is a big one that's advertised as haunted. I've never seen El Cortez labeled as haunted, but I'll get back to that in a second. And when I was just there a few weeks ago, when I was at Binions and I was playing a machine back towards that area where the hotel lobby is for the Apache Hotel. And along the one wall, they have a big mural that says the haunted hotel or whatever. And it had a bunch of stories from people that stayed there on the wall, little excerpts of what everybody had happened in there. And I was going to take a picture of that, but there was a bunch of people kept standing in front of it. Everybody's standing there reading it. So I couldn't really get a good picture, but I wanted to take that picture so we could post it somewhere. And we might still be able to find that. I'm sure if I look online, I can find a picture of it. But I thought that was really cool because I just happened to be sitting there and I turned around and I look at the wall. I'm like, oh, of course. So there's a big old story about the haunted hotel. And a few years back, we did do a ghost tour in downtown Vegas. And it ended up being just myself, Jake, and my mom were the only three that showed up for the tour. So it was really a personable little tour, so to speak, which started out like over by the Mob Museum, and they take you around, take you through downtown Vegas. They took us to Apache Hotel, and being we had such a small group, she actually was able to get us in, and we walked upstairs into the hotel down a couple of hallways while she was telling us the little stories of this and that. So it was kind of cool to get to do that. But circling back to El Cortez, that was on the tour after we did some walking around that area, and that was the end stop was El Cortez, and she kind of enlightened us on different things that go on there, which at that time was news to me because I hadn't heard that there was different stories at the El Cortez. So as I said, the things that happened there, they're talking about shadows, footsteps, chilly spots. Now, Bugsy Siegel was one of the original owners of El Cortez. So you would think, people are thinking, oh, Bugsy Siegel, but his ghost is not one that is prominent there. However, his henchman, Fat Irish Green, is what his name is. Fat Irish Green. It doesn't give him his first name, just says his former henchman. He has a haunting presence at the hotel. So they think he's one of the ones that's there. And also, kind of creepy, that the basement at El Cortez is full of ashes and cremated remains of former employees who have died without any family. So people that have worked there, if they pass away, part of their little ritual or whatever they did is they would store the remains of their ashes in their basement. So there's that going on there, which, as we all know, that kind of ramps up sometimes paranormal activity. Well, this is being put on. This is not being put on by El Cortez. This is being put on by Ghost City Tours, who is running this through the El Cortez. It's being done at El Cortez, but El Cortez says we don't have anything to do with it. It's not our spiel. It's somebody else is putting it on, and everybody there as in most cases, embrace the haunted history of different places.
Yeah.
You know, so I thought it was kind of cool that they're doing something like that. And the contest to get in to try to do this was running from October 6th all the way to the 31st. So
Oh,
you
we
still can
have
get
time.
in because the hunt, the ghost hunting experience that you're trying to get up, that you're trying to win, takes place in December. Okay, so
Oh,
they're kind of promoting it through the Halloween time, trying to get people interested.
What do we got
So
to do?
yeah.
you got to go to their website. You got to enter via their website, which is what did I say? Ghost City Tours. So I didn't look it up to do it, but
Well, we can definitely post the link for everybody and put it on Facebook page. Maybe we should enter it.
Right.
yeah,
You could
there's
send us a link and an email, and then we can all
We
apply
can,
for it.
yes.
what I'm
We're
gonna
going to
do
Vegas, baby.
when I'm done. I'm gonna go on there and I'm gonna try to do it, and I'll see what it does.
All right. Yeah.
I'll
Let
let
us
everybody
know
know.
and then send us the link. We'll put it on Facebook.
All
Well,
right.
very cool. That was good. It was good for Scaretober.
Yeah, it kind of leads into what we're
Good
doing. Yeah,
subject.
yeah.
We're talking too much about other crazy stuff. So
I tried to stay away from vents, saran wrap,
I found this for later. It's a
bodily
baggie.
fluids.
We'll try that, Amy.
Oh, well, Jenny, do you need the fanfare of the Wheel of Names,
Do
or
it.
are
Do
you
it.
happy to just go?
No, well, we might as well just see what happens, right? No, you do not need to do that.
What if it lands on the line?
Yeah,
All
right.
right, my story is the title reads Long Lost Ancient Roman Artifact Reappears in New Orleans Backyard.
I
Oh,
almost did
this
that.
is from
I almost
AP
did that story.
and-
Really?
Did you? I was wondering
Yes.
if it would be a duplicate. So
Is that like the missing spoon
yeah,
from
so
Dairy
this
Queen?
one, a New Orleans family, they were cleaning up their background. Apparently, it was overgrown with weeds and whatnot, and they had an unusual find. Under the weeds, there was a mysterious marble tablet with Latin characters that included the phrase "Spirit of the Dead." So the fact that it was in Latin, that really just gave us pause, right? Says Daniela Santora, Tulane University anthropologist. I mean, you see something like that and you say, okay, it's not an ordinary thing. So she reached out to her classical archaeologist friend, who quickly realized that the slab was 1,900 years old, and it was a grave marker of a Roman sailor named Sextus Congenus Verus. And it says, when I first saw the image that Daniela sent me, it really did send a shiver up my spine. I was floored. And then after she did some more investigating, she revealed that the tablet had been missing from an Italian museum for decades.
Oh my
So
God.
Sextus Congenus Verus had died at age 42 of unknown causes. He served for 2 decades in the Imperial Navy on a ship named for the Greco-Roman god of medicine, Cepheus. The gravestone calls the sailor well deserving and was commissioned by 2 people described as his heirs, who were likely shipmates because apparently the Roman military could not be married at the time. So the
Oh,
tablet had been in an ancient cemetery for quite some time. It was around 20 graves of military personnel found in the 1860s in I practice this word because I always have a hard time with some of these cities, but it's Civitavecchia, a seaside in northwest Italy, about 30 miles from Rome. Its text had been recorded in 1910 and included in a catalog of Latin inscriptions, which noted the tablet's whereabouts, and it was unknown. And it said the museum had been pretty much destroyed, but it was documented at the National Archaeological Museum prior to World War II that the tablet had been missing for decades, and it kind of
geez.
shares the different measurements on that. But apparently, as they started doing some more investigating, the people that actually chimed in after She said her ex-husband called her and told her to watch the news. She immediately recognized the hunk of marble, which she had always seen as a cool, it says cool ass piece of art, they had used as a garden decoration and then forgot about it before
Oh my
selling the home in Centauro in 2018. So this had been, there's more on this. It kind of goes on and talks about more of the history of where the tablet wound up at this house. But it was a really cool story and it is from AP News, and I will send the link. But I thought it was so cool to read about this where it was a sailor and it just wound up in somebody's backyard. They went back to
Okay,
clean
but
their backyard and they
So,
found
did
this
it
ancient
say
tablet.
how?
What's that?
yeah, did she get arrested for theft?
No, because, well, I don't know if the original owner did, but apparently she had, if I was reading through here, the hunk of marble, which she had always seen, it was a garden decoration. So I
So
don't know how
it's
it got
probably
in
there
the
when
house
she bought the
initially.
house. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, is that she probably bought the house, saw it as a garden decoration, sold the house again.
Right.
So that was my story for today.
It's I like how that came around full circle because we started with a story about sperm and ended with a story about semen.
And there you have it, folks. This
Yeah.
was a really unhinged weird news segment. But really quickly, I was able to finally secure the photo that Amy sent me, and here is the license plate in question.
Yeah.
That was a bang up job.
Yeah.
That should be
Pretty
pretty
good.
good. I mean, from a distance, I bet you probably couldn't tell that from a distance real quick.
I know,
Looks like
that's
a
what I'm
dry
thinking.
erase
Police
board.
officers gave her credit for trying, because I'm sure they looked it up and said, "Is it really this person? Are you kidding me
Right.
right now?"
I mean, just the California was pretty legit. Like if they're just driving down the road, I would
Yeah.
not have like thought anything.
But if you were behind them in a long, like a lot of
Traffic.
traffic, like for a long time, you'd be like, that it looks so weird. What am I seeing?
It would have been on TikTok. I would have
Yeah.
recorded it and put it
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
TikTok or
For
something.
sure.
Oh, all right. Well, great episode, everybody. Thank you so much. And for those of you listening, if you have weird news in your area, weird news of your own, send it to us. Let us break the news to the world. Or if you want us to report on something cool, just send it our way. We also have our spin-off series, Wrestling with the Realm, that Brian heads up. And we're in Scaretober right now. So we have our movie reviews, our horror movie reviews that we're doing for the rest of the month. And we'll be kicking it the rest of the season with some great evidence review and some other topics, taking us through December until we close down after the holidays. So thanks for listening, and see you next time. Stay weird. Ciao.